Alright, so what is going on, you guys? I know it's been a minute since my last video. I can't even lie, I miss y'all. It's been a minute, but I got a good video for y'all today. This is a video that I've been planning to do for a very long time, but this is a video I've been planning to do for a very long time, and that is a room tour video. Now, the reason I've pushed this video off so many times is because honestly, like, now I've been getting like so immersed in the world of like interior design and interior decor and all of that stuff that my room has just gone through so many different changes. I've gone through so many different ideas of what I want to do and like how I interpret my room and how I want my space to be, that I really haven't had the time to like sit down and really like delve into everything. But right now I think my room is in a space where it's like, okay, I'm at the last stage of like what I want in my room, or like how I want my room to look. Like, I really don't picture myself really changing too much or like adding anything new. Instead, like, I might like replace some things here and there, but in terms of just adding anything, I feel like my room is complete and my room is like at a point where it is like just done. Like, I don't really need to do anything else. So I thought, why not show you guys what I'm working with now and show you guys, like I said, just give you guys a room tour. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, we can start off with like this desk area, which is like an area where I spend a lot of my time, whether I'm doing like schoolwork or I'm doing content work, projects, or anything of that nature. This is where I'm going to spend a lot of my time. And honestly, I'm not even going to lie to you, like, I am probably in need of an upgrade because I've had this setup for like about 6-7 years or so, and it has relatively stayed the same. Now, honestly, the computer that I have right now is an all-in-one PC, so you know, I don't really have a tower, and it has done me well. I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes it like decides to lag and things like that, but for the most part it does well. I feel like 2 out of 10 times it will start lagging, but it's still good, so no complaints there. Then I have a monitor right next to it because I do have that dual monitor setup, so that I do like. I am planning on getting like another monitor and putting it on top over here to have like a bigger TV, because as you may or may not know, I am a filmmaker, and you know, just having that bigger screen when creating like things like short films or any type of videography that I do would just come a big way when having a bigger screen, so I can see like pixels and colors and things of that nature. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. I might not do it in this room because I don't know how long we're probably going to be in here for. We're probably going to be moving out soon, so I don't want to like commit to that yet, but definitely something I'm planning on doing. All right, of course, and we're moving on to this section, which is my comic wall. Now, this is something I've recently did like 3 weeks ago, I want to say, and honestly, this is probably the best thing I've done to my room because I think it just adds more personality of like who I am and what I like, and it just fills up this wall so perfectly. So moving on, we got this whiteboard. This is something that I put up here to like plan out what I got to do during the week or during the month, or any big collabs that I'm doing. So yeah, I got that. And yeah, the comic walls, like I said, recently done this. This is my favorite thing. And honestly, I don't really put too many like valuable comics over here because I don't want to destroy them, but at the same time, I do want to start displaying my comics. So these aren't gonna change for the most part. Like, I might change a couple here and there, like this Shazam one, this one I'm definitely like preparing to change. I have a comic coming in, a Wonder Woman comic that is coming in, and I'm gonna replace it with that. But yeah, for the most part, this is mainly what it's gonna look like all the time. Like I said, these aren't really valuable, but the only ones that are like special to me, I guess, are these Deathstroke ones. These are like variant covers, which, if you know, variant covers are a lot more special than like regular covers because they're, I guess you gotta go out of your way to get them or things of that nature. But yeah, these are variant covers, and these are probably like the ones that I like the most. So I'm probably gonna replace these soon so I don't damage them and just don't leave them here over time. But yeah, we have Deathstroke, then we have Superman, Wonder Woman, Shazam, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, X-Men, and Wolverine. So yeah, nothing too crazy about this wall, but like I said, this is definitely my favorite like part of my room. So I like to think of my room as like separated into 3 areas. I have like the office area where I spend a lot of time just working, and this is gonna be like the main entertainment area where I have, of course, the TV, I have my gaming consoles, I have my movies, I have like all the posters on the wall. So this is mainly going to be the entertainment area. Now, this area I've had changed like so many times because over the years, I never really knew what to do with this area. I've always like wanted a place to watch TV, and this TV has always been here, but I never really knew what to put on the wall or how to make it look special. And so I came up with this idea of like adding posters to the wall to sort of make it more movie-like, to make it more of like an entertainment area. And honestly, the posters that I have right now are going to change. I've recently got this Spider-Man one, which you probably can't see right now, but I'm gonna definitely put in like B-rolls and stuff like that. I definitely got that, you know, recently, and I just put it up recently, so that's that. And yeah, this TV is a on TV, which is I believe a 55-inch. Nothing too crazy. It does me well. It looks good. And of course, under that, in the like sort of console area, we have my Nintendo Switch, and then we have my PS5, and then under that we have all the movies that I have. Now, I'm a big collector of like movies, not really as big as like other people, obviously. Like my collection is still pretty small, but I love collecting movies whenever I have the chance, or whenever like a new movie pops up that I really want to get. And I just haven't been collecting them recently because I've been spending my money on other things, I'm gonna be honest. But the ones that I do have are special, and I do definitely plan to get more. And then of course we have to talk about the wall. Now this wall has, like I said, it has changed over the years. I recently just put this Spider-Man poster up. As you can tell, like I'm a just huge Spider-Man fan. I don't even think you can tell, like the light might just be hitting that a little bit too much. But I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Like Spider-Man is my favorite superhero character. And yeah, I try to put as much Spider-Man stuff in here as possible. Not like go crazy with it, and not like bombard my room with like as much Spider-Man things, but you know, tastefully do it as much as possible. So yeah, I added posters. This painting is a painting that a friend did for me for a short film that I did, that I still have to edit and still have to upload. Definitely still working on that. And then this is for the same thing, for the same short film that I did. This is something I did myself. And then we have another Spider-Man poster. And right now, Brand New Day is coming out. Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out in like a couple days, I think in like 3 weeks maybe. Yeah, 3 weeks. So they're doing this collab thing with Little Caesars where they're like printing out the Spider-Man stuff on the Little Caesars box. So I got those, I hung them up on the wall. And honestly, at first when I did it, I didn't think it was gonna look good because I was like, this is probably too much, it's probably gonna look too tacky. But honestly, I think that the way that I set everything up, like it just sort of fits perfectly, and the colors sort of pop, but not pop in a way like that is just super out there, but pops in a way that you could tell like, okay, this is a Spider-Man thing and this is something unique and different. So I do like that. And of course I have more posters and things like that. Like I have this Da Vinci one that I keep over here. I have another painting. That I did that I keep on the ground. So yeah, I try to put as much like thought behind it as possible to just make it look like me, and or like a cozy area. And like when you're watching TV from like the couch, it all goes together. Especially like for the TV, I have this light strip behind it, and when you're watching a movie with the light strip, it just adds so much vibe to the room, honestly. So I do love that. And yeah, can't really complain too much about here. I am planning on changing it. Like I said, for me, I go through so many different ideas that sometimes it sort of like gives me like anxiety of like or OCD, because like, oh, I want to change this, I want to do this, but I don't want to change this, I don't want to do too much. And like my room right now is like, the way I would describe it is like this postmodernist, like modern eclectic type of vibe. And like I said, I've been doing like my research and just been fully delved into the world of interior design, that sometimes I feel like I want to just do my own thing and just go crazy and just add as much as possible. But sometimes I tell myself like, I gotta chill, I gotta tame it down, I can't be doing too much, I can't be adding things here and there. Like I want my space to look clean, but I still want my space to like feel like me. So this is probably going to change. I've seen other people like have their photography work. Like I do photography as well. So I'm thinking of like adding like cool prints of my photography work on the wall, hopefully in the future, you know, add more art stuff here, because I am a huge lover of like art. I love paintings and things like that, and I've seen some cool artists on TikTok that I definitely want to buy some of their prints or buy some of their canvas and like add it to this wall. So definitely going to try to do that. Like I said, I don't know how long we're probably going to be staying here because we are planning to move out soon, so not gonna probably do it in this room, but definitely whatever space I move into next, definitely gonna have to try to like add more art stuff in here. Now moving on over here, we have my mini fridge, which if you see in my room tour videos in the past, you've noticed that this mini fridge has stayed with me in like almost every room that I've been in. And yeah, I can't really complain about it. It really doesn't have anything in it. Yeah, it doesn't have anything in it, but it just makes for like a good base to just put things on. Like right now I have my Legos on there. I have a plant. Again, I'm a huge plant person. You're gonna see plants throughout this room. And on top of that, I have this Louis Vuitton bag, and then I have this lamp right here. Now this lamp is one of my favorite lamps because it is a two-directional modular lamp, which I got from IKEA from the PS collection that just happened recently. And IKEA is, you're gonna see a lot of IKEA things in here because I think IKEA is one of those like brands that are very affordable, but at the same time they do have these sort of interior design pieces that just work so effortlessly when put together, and they're not like cheaply made or anything like that. So I really do like IKEA for that. I do want to start getting into more vintage kind of decor pieces, but vintage things honestly are a lot expensive because I think that right now everybody's trying to get into that vintage vibe, especially when it comes to interior design, that people are starting to price up their things. And the best way to like go about looking for interior decor pieces is Facebook Marketplace, hands down. Facebook Marketplace, flea markets, thrift stores, those are gonna be like the best place to look for things. And I wanna start delving into those things and sort of doing a little bit more with just adding more vintage things to my room. But yeah, IKEA, if you're going for like a modern aesthetic, is going to be the main store for you to buy your things at because they just have a lot of cool things. So yeah, when we look over here, oh, can't forget about the mirror as well. This mirror is actually a mirror that belonged to my mom, but I took it from her because she didn't really like have a place to put it, so I just took it from her and it just fits so perfectly in my room. Hold up, don't mind the toes, gotta have the toes out for the summer. But yeah, this is a mirror. And then going back to here, we have of course the more golden photos plants. Like I said, I have my Lego stuff over here. I tried customizing it with like different stickers and things. Honestly, this was when I was like young and stupid and just sticker bombing everything. So I just put a bunch of stickers on here. You can see like this one is faded OD. But yeah, now the thing with this lamp, I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to show you guys it with one hand. Hold on, I might have to set this up somewhere to show you guys. All right, can you see? All right, the thing with this lamp is, hold on, I'm gonna try to do it in a way where I'm not blocking it. Like this, you see how it's set up right now? Like you can sort of play around with the angle. You can angle it this way. You can angle it up. And this is, like I said, I got this from IKEA. This is part of their PS collection, their 2026 PS collection. And this was like $60 and I just love this lamp. Like immediately when they announced that they're doing a new collection, because IKEA has done this collection in the past, but I think they've only done it like once in the past, and that was back in like 2017, 2016. So when they said that they were gonna do it again, I was like, I gotta get on top of that. Like I gotta get this lamp. So I really do love this lamp. I sort of like to have it configured this way because stupid me, when I bought the light, I wasn't reading the watts correctly and god damn. But yeah, I wasn't reading the light correctly, and I think this is like a 600 watt light or something like that, and it's very bright. And me, I don't like bright lights. Like my room, I want it to be like a bunch of ambient lighting. I don't want like big lights, or I don't want like a single light lighting up my whole room. And whenever I point this light up, it just blasts my room with light. Like it's very, very like, it's a lot. So I try not to put it up and aim it down, so when I aim it down, it sort of just lights up this area and doesn't really light up the whole room entirely. And of course, I gotta show you guys the bed area. Now this bed has been with me since like literal childhood. Like I've had this bed ever since I was in New York. So let me show you guys what it is real quick. This is the bed, nothing too crazy. All right, so we're going to this area now. Now this area, you could see like this is like where a lot of like my personality shows. Like this is the area where I have a lot of different things. So we'll just go through them one by one and hopefully it doesn't take too long. Over here I have this little side table. I used to have this little nightstand that I put over here, but then I swapped it out for this. This one actually was it was sent to me from Temu because of this affiliate program that I have. They sent me this to sort of set up and to showcase, and I just love this one. You see it has like two layers to it. The first one is pretty much just like put in random things. Like I have this tray over here, and then my glasses, and then my iPad, which is dead, of course. And then bottom over here, I just have like more collectibles. I have these F1 popcorn buckets from the F1 movie that came out last year. And then I have the car from that same movie, the minifigs, and then I have this William F1 car. So you can tell F1 is like a huge thing for me. Like I love the sport of F1. But moving on, we have this little bookshelf. Now this is like a mini bookshelf. This one I've had for 3 years, I want to say. I got this on Amazon and it was pretty easy to set up. I really do like the shape of it. I like the length of it. It literally like perfectly fits my area where, hold up, it's like very bright. But you can see like over here, this is where like the window starts. And then you can see like the bookshelf has things on top of it, and it's like perfectly like, it fills up that space so perfectly. Over here we have my books. These are like my designer books that I have. There's a whole third set. These are like built-in sets. So this is like the first set, and this one is the second set. I want to get the third set, but those sets are very expensive. I think they go for like $70, $80. So I don't know when I'm gonna get that third set. Under here we have like more novels, I guess. And then over here we have again more novels. But yeah, this is like my little bookshelf area. Moving on from the bookshelf, we go on top of it, and this is where I have this lamp, which is an orange lamp. I put it on top of this tray, and then I have this wax candle warmer, this wax warmer. Now both of these were sent to me by brand. This one was sent to me by Dawn Wake, and this one was sent to me by Ripple Plus. So I do like these. I have my glasses on top of that, more Legos. I have my fragrance here. This one was of course sent to me again by Boss. And then going on to here, we have this IKEA plant vase. Now if you know anything about this plant vase, you know that it's very popular. Like I'm pretty sure everybody has this lamp vase at this point. Like every time I see like interior decor videos on TikTok, something like 7 out of 10 people will have this, so nothing special about that. I have Lego on top of this. This is probably, I think this was my first Lego purchase. And then I have this other Lego, not too crazy. I have more of the wax for the wax warmer. This is like one of these pods that you could put in, and then it literally just melts it and makes your room smell really nice. So they sent me a bunch of other different scents that they wanted me to try. And then I have over here just a bunch of random like pictures that I have, like cards that I like. And then on top we go to like all the movies that I really love. And this is something I've been doing since New York, like adding movies, like pictures of movies that I love onto my wall. If you've seen my room tour of New York, like you would see that I had like a whole wall dedicated to like just movie screenshots, behind the scene things, and all of that. So yeah, this is just like a tradition that I've continued on in my room, and just having like cool movie things on my wall. And then I have Da Vinci poster, nothing too crazy. And yeah, we could just, I guess, move on. So this right now is like books that I'm currently reading. Like a lot of the new books that I have right now go in this box. And you can see that it's almost filled. It's not like entirely filled. It's like this whole section here, but this is like the current Marvel books. Like both of these, the Spider-Man one and this one are all my Marvel books. This one is like filled, as you can tell. That is like completely filled. Like there's no space for any more. But here are like some of the new ones that I'm reading right now. I'm reading Iron Man, which is a W book. I love this. Joshua Williams is doing amazing on Iron Man. I have 6 issues of the Iron Man run, and that's how many there are right now. So next we have Armageddon. This is Marvel's big event book right now, so Definitely looking forward to reading more of that. Then we have Captain America, another book that is like currently being written by Chip Zdarsky. Chip Zdarsky is one of those writers to me that like I love his work and all of that. He is like a very controversial writer, I believe, because a lot of the work that he does, people either really love or really hate, but I do think he's like one of Marvel's best writers right now, and his Captain America run is just super amazing. So definitely glad I got that. Now, like I said, a lot of these books are current books that are being written at Marvel. Some of them have ended, some of them have not, like Daredevil still going on, X-Men still going on. Like the back of here are like old books that are not going on right now. But for the most part, yeah, a lot of these books are still going on. For here, these are all the runs that Marvel has ended. These sort of started in like 2023 to 2024. I believe, so nothing too crazy in here. Of course, on top of that, I like to have this Sam Wilson popcorn bucket. Now, Captain America is like my second favorite superhero, so when they did the Brave New World movie, I sort of had to get this popcorn bucket because I thought the helmet was so cool. So I like to have that sitting on top of the comic book box. Moving on, we have this sort of DIY IKEA side table. It's like a mirror, of course. You see, it's literally like a mirror. It's pretty much just glass. It's pretty much just a glass cube. And honestly, when I did it, I messed up a little bit because I didn't measure it out, or I didn't like align it properly. So there's like these little gaps in between here that you could sort of see. But honestly, when you're looking at it from afar, you can't really tell. It's not until you like really get up close and personal, which I probably shouldn't have pointed that out because now you guys are gonna probably stare at it. So I probably should have done that, but yeah. On top of that, I just have some more Legos, some more action figures. I have this Haas F1 car, if it could focus. I have this Lego head display, and then I have this Pharrell Lego set for the movie that came out that he did piece by piece. And then next to that, continuing on, I have this side table. Now this side table sort of, I bought this like this was an impulse buy. Like I saw TikTok on it and I saw somebody like have it and I was like, ooh, this would look so cool in my room. And so when I bought it, I didn't realize like, oh, I don't have space to put this anywhere. So I just sort of like had it around and I was just playing around with like where to put it. And I just ended up putting it here, and I think it fits really well, especially with the mirror piece. It's like that chrome sort of look I really do like. On top of that, we have more F1 collectibles, more comic book stuff. Of course, these are not comic books. These are like more of like showing you what comic books are coming up. We have this IKEA lamp that I got. This is a very popular lamp. If you're like into interior decor and you're like seeing this on TikTok, everybody pretty much has this lamp. And yeah, nothing too crazy. Let me show you guys the Funko collection. Now all of these Funkos I got off of Whatnot. Now if you don't know what Whatnot is like this sort of auction site where you can buy like collectibles, cool little knickknacks and things like that. And I bought all of these Funkos for, there was a point of my time where I was just addicted to Whatnot, like stupid things like Funkos, movies and things like that. But thankfully that has died down. I'm not really on Whatnot too much like that, but yeah, these are all the ones that I have. These are just some of my favorite characters. Now we can go on to this main area where I spend a lot of my time. So let's start off with the table. Now this table is an IKEA table, but I sort of DIY'd it because I sort of took two different tables from IKEA and sort of made it this one thing. I saw it on TikTok and I wanted to try it, and when I first did it, I really didn't like it because it felt very low, but then I sort of got this rug and it just completely like changed the space and changed the area. So I definitely love this table now. Now this table, like I said, is two tables and it's very low profile, and I wanted to go with a white table because previously I had a glass table, which I put like pictures of like my old setup and like how I had my room before in the past. But I've had this glass table and my room used to be a completely different layout, and I loved that glass table, but I had to get rid of it and I wanted to get something new, so I went ahead and got this. And honestly, I love this table. Like I said, this is a white one, so it just matches the vibe in my room so perfectly. it sort of gives it this clean sort of aesthetic, and that's something that I'm big into right now, like that sort of clean minimalistic aesthetic, but at the same time it's like minimalistic and contemporary at the same time. I know that doesn't really make sense, but that's just how my brain looks at it. On top we had this Virgil book, which everybody and their moms has. Like, this is nothing crazy. Over here we have more coffee table books. I have this Loewe book. I love Loewe as a like fashion house brand. And then I have this book, Fashion and Film, which goes through like different looks of celebrities in movies and what they're wearing in detail. And it's a pretty cool read. Then I have this tray, then I have this candle on top of that, and then I have this fake plant on top of that. So nothing too crazy on this table. Like I said, I try to keep it minimalistic. I don't want to put too much on it and just have it look cluttered. This is a pretty small table, so I think less is more in this situation. And I think this table has been through many different variations, and I think I like this one the best because it's just super clean and super like hassle free in terms of just cleaning and taking things out, putting things back. It's just super easy to take care of. This is my couch, and honestly this couch has been here since 2023, I want to say. Now the funny thing about this couch is I originally wasn't going to buy it. I saw this at Walmart and it was like $200 something, and I wasn't gonna buy it. I don't know if y'all remember the big red boots that came out, but I wanted those boots, and those were like sold out like immediately, so I didn't even have a chance to buy them. And I was like, you know what, let me get this couch for my birthday. So I had it, and this is probably like the best purchase that I've had for my room. This is literally what completes my whole room, so I love this thing. It is a suede couch. It is a foldable one, so you can sort of lay it out to make it fit like a bed, and it's very comfortable. Like, honestly, I used to sleep on this a lot. I sort of stopped sleeping on it and sort of just slept on my bed, but there was a point in my life where I was just solely sleeping on this, and it is very comfortable. Now, one thing about this is I do eventually want to get it replaced, because I think that I've had this for so long that the springs inside of it are sort of starting to give out a little bit. Not too much, but I could feel it like just sort of giving out a little bit. So I do want to replace that. One thing I want is those sort of modular chairs where, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called a teddy chair, but it's one of those chairs that you probably have seen where you could sort of set up your own configuration. It has these little metal rods at the end of it, and you could sort of make it into a conversation pit, or you could turn it to a bed, you could turn it to a couch. And I really want that one. Or another one that I do like is the Togo. The Togo couches are like one of my favorite couches ever. That is so basic that those have been duped so many times, and honestly I think I'm gonna get a dupe, because I think the original, like the real Togo couches go for like $4,000 or $5,000, which of course I don't got that type of money, but I think the dupes are going for like $600, so that's a lot more manageable for me. So I definitely want to get that. I probably gonna consider getting it for my birthday, but if not, I'm definitely gonna get it when we move into our new spot. But yeah, I love this. I try to put like different things on top of it. I wanted to put like different pillows and things like that, but I never found the right pillows. Like IKEA has some cool pillows, but none of it really fit the vibe of what I'm looking for, so I really haven't done that. I've had this Spider-Man plushie on top of it, but that's about it. Nothing too crazy. I keep a notebook on top of it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too special about this chair, or this couch I should say. And then we have this rug. Now this rug was sent to me by a brand, Coraline, and honestly I love this rug a lot. Like the color it's like different shades of gray, and it just looks so good. Honestly, it is pretty dirty, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It probably doesn't look that dirty on camera, I'm not sure, but I definitely need to get this like cleaned out, because I'll be honest, the most that I've done to this is like vacuum it and like broom it up, but it is definitely in desperate need of a wash, so I'm definitely gonna do that. This one, I believe it's a rug that's like $100, but like I said, a brand sent this to me, and I really do love this one. I've had this for about 2 years now, and this honestly completes my room. So that is basically going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know it was a long one, but hopefully you guys made it to the end. Well, if you've seen this part, you definitely made it to the end. So I appreciate you guys for sticking around. If you want to know anything about anything that I have in my setup, anything in specific, you know, leave a comment and I'll try to answer them. Like where I got them, how much I got them for, any alternatives that you could look for, and yeah, I'll try to do my best to answer each and every one of your questions if you have. And I hope you guys take inspiration from this. I'm glad I get to show you guys my room because, like I said, it's been a while since I wanted to do this and, you know, show you guys a little bit more of my personality and like things outside of fashion that I'm into. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.